So Tylil then got himself into a serious situation, boy.
This Tylil situation is really bad. And when I say really bad, people, I'm not exaggerating. This is horrific.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a stream reward party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys love, and I'm tired, bro.
Tylil has always exuded scaring off the hoes energy.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
But I think anyone would be lying if they said that they expected to wake up one day and hear Jourdin Pauline accuse Tylil of full-out grape.
I'm tired, guys. I'm tired, guys. Like, literally.
Dog, all them missed calls from Tylil.
People are evil and malicious. And like, people think they can do anything. Like anything. I'm literally like so disappointed in people because I think people are good people, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And they're evil. They're evil, bro. And I'm done streaming. I'm done doing this shit, bro. And this is gonna be my last stream.
Way too early to make a determination on whether or not Tylil is guilty or whether or not this chick is lying. It's way too early. And if you've already made up your mind, then you're probably somebody who already have implicit biases towards either Tylil or towards this girl. I'm not gonna say she's lying, and I'm not gonna say Tylil is guilty. But what I would say is Tylil has a lot working against them. There not being a clear-cut reason why this chick would want to lie on Tylil works against Tylil. It does. Because you can always go with she's embarrassed, she regrets it the next day, so that's why she's now screaming essay or grape. Yeah, but when you really look at this situation and you truly look at it and examine it, there's no clear-cut reason. Like, you can't go with the clout chasing angle because this chick was famous before Tylil. She's probably more famous than Tylil. She just had a top 40 hit. This chick is not like a clout chaser. She's not, a chick looking for clout or fame off this situation. So when you take that out the picture, what other reasons would she have to lie on Tylil outside of maybe she regrets it? But even that isn't really a strong alibi in this situation. Even when looking at the possibility that she may be lying because she regrets it or was embarrassed that she slept with Tylil and regretted it afterwards because he has a girlfriend, even when you look at that situation, wouldn't the logical thing be not to say anything if she was truly embarrassed and she wasn't raped? Like, if she was embarrassed of this, then what's more embarrassing than telling the entire world that you did this, right? Because she could have kept it private with just her and Tylil. Nobody else would have known that she slept with somebody who had a girl.
Hey, he spit facts, and he pulling facts out the thin air. Like, yeah, what she got to lie for, basically. Like, she she said a lot of shit because I seen clips before this video, before I watched the video, of course. But she on there showing the call log. She like, he calling me back and forth. He talking about you fucking know what I got going on over here. I got a girl, dog, got a girl, and all that shit. Man, this shit get deep.
Girlfriend. So when you trace down that logic, it still really don't work here, right? It still makes no sense. It still really doesn't lead or prove that she lied. Honestly, every which way you go, it kind of looked really bad for Tylil. And the only reason why a lot of us is still leaving some hope or some doubt here is because people are innocent until proven guilty. And until Tylil comes out and tell his side of the story, I'm not just going to automatically say he's guilty. But it's looking really bad here.
Because people are evil. And it's always going to be sides being chosen on. And I'm tired. I'm literally tired, you guys. I don't deserve being treated like I'm nothing. And I'm really like trying my best to not be, like, I want to save people in their careers and shit. And like, but what about me? Like, what about my feelings? What about how I feel? And not everyone is your friend. And you guys love these people so much. You guys love these people so much. And as a woman, you always get exiled. And it doesn't matter how I dress, you guys. You guys know I'm asexual.
This situation is heating up, bruh. They got an entire Diddy Rico against Tylil and the Clover Boys, bruh. Messages are surfacing from women who are claiming that they suffered similar experiences as Jourdin Pauline at the Clover House. One woman says, "My first time I went to the Clover House, the very first thing Tylil said to me was, 'Do you want to F? If you don't want to F, there's no reason for us to talk.'" He also refers to women they cast as groupies to their face, which is highly disrespectful. People want to believe what they want because of how people portray themselves online, but I know how he is in real life. I pray you get the justice you deserve. He made speech saying, toast to you, know what happens when we get the ladies drunk. Something like that. I was like, oh my God, what is he, Diddy?
I keep my body to myself for a reason. I am a temple. I do not share myself with people,
So
especially
asexual,
if I don't know them.
that means you don't have sex at all? Asexual? I thought that meant like you don't have a preference for no type, like bisexual and shit. You like two types. I thought asexual, you just don't have a preference. I don't think that means like you abstinent or you, the other word, celibate.
And it's really unfair to me because I feel like I make sure that everyone is in a good position and they feel good and like, you know, everything was innocent. And I don't care how drunk somebody is, you should never take advantage of them. My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love.
The story as is doesn't really make a whole lot of sense at the moment, but she is emotional and distraught, so you got to give her a pass. Like, she's not going to tell the story perfectly the first time while crying and in distress. Because things like, who stole your phone? Who broke your phone? Why did they steal it? Why did they break it? Was the intent to stop you from calling for help? Was this before or after Tylil allegedly forced himself upon you?
Oh, facts.
Those details are important because those details actually tell you the severity of the criminal nature of this, right? Because, if he took your phone and he broke it before forcing himself upon you, then this is premeditated. And the police got to get involved. I think the police should have been the first person called. Before the internet heard about this,
Right.
a precinct should have heard about this. Because when Tylil eventually come back and tell a side of the story, he's going to tell a story. Now he has it, and it's been 16 hours. Maybe he's talking to his legal team, his PR team, trying to figure out the best way to respond back. But once he comes out and tell his side of the story, there's going to be, I believe him, I believe her. And the only people who can get down to the bottom of this is detectives, is the police. This should be going to a precinct and a detective should be investigating this. Because as long as the police don't get involved, and all we're talking about is whether or not somebody is going to be publicly shamed, whether or not somebody is going to suffer social consequences because of this, then I don't know what we're talking about. Because if the worst is going to happen to Tylil is social consequences, and you're only telling the story because you want him to suffer social consequences, then we're wasting all of our times here. Go to the police. Now, it's probably too late to do a grape kit. I'm not a woman. I'm not sure how long after an incident you can do a kit. But the police should already have a police report on their lap right now while you're telling this story to the internet.
Facts.
And I'm so tired of this streaming shit, and I'm done,
That's what they were
bro.
saying on the other shit. Like, why is you coming to the internet? Like, the internet gonna police the situation. Like, call the police. And then it's like you looking to embarrass him or to get his social meter down. Like Dawg said. Like, is you trying to get justice or is you trying to embarrass him? You gotta pick one. Type shit.
He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, "Why are you crying?" Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again." I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend.
I've had my fair share of women. I've had my
Did you not want to go down that route because he had a girlfriend? That's weird, man. This whole little shit weird.
Share of relations, all consensual, 0% forceful. I've never even had an allegation. I don't play like that. I just don't see a parallel line between consensual relations and boohoo crying. It don't start off as consensual and then leads directly midway through to boohoo crying in agony for it to stop.
Right.
Usually it starts off as non-consensual and things just escalate as it progresses and ultimately leads to boohoo crying stop. This looks bad on Tylil part. This is horrific. This is horrible. Now, apparently Tylil recorded some of the interaction according to her because she got some of those videos, I guess, sent to her, or she heard some audio of herself or some video of herself because according to her, Tylil and others were threatening her to release this if she ever came out against Tylil. Now, the pulling out the phone to record midway through, that's also sketchy to me. But because we're in crazy times, I can't look too deep into this. But if a girl who I knew, I was having consensual relationships with, began to cry midway through, I would stop and console her to figure out like what's going on.
What the fuck happened?
Pulling out my phone immediately afterwards and then recording, I don't know if that's how I would operate, or I don't know if that's how anybody will logically operate. Now, in hindsight, you could probably see, oh yeah, I'll take my phone. But in the moment, I don't think anybody who knew they were doing nothing wrong in that situation will automatically go for the phone instead of consoling a woman.
This isn't the first time I've been assaulted, but this is the first time I've been assaulted by someone popular and famous, I guess. And they think I'm not going to say anything because of who they are and who they know and what they do. But like I said, this is somebody you guys support. I hate men. I'm technically going to become, y'all thought I was asexual before. I'm completely, I hate men. Look at all these no caller IDs.
See, this the part she's showing the call log.
He later confirmed it was Tylil, but in the moment, her showing the call log of him calling her multiple times and then beginning to call her off of blocked numbers, that was the confirmation that she was talking about him specifically. Now, she will go on to say that right now she's taking her time in terms of fully diving deep into it because Tylil and others are currently trying to blackmail her.
I already know. If you already know, y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it out my mouth because is trying to blackmail me and shit already. Like, I don't have time for it. Like, that's why I said I'm done with the streaming shit because I'm thinking collab streams is gonna.
The internet at this point is 50-50 and both sides have been getting a little hate. So Jourdin Pauline would take to her Instagram story to speak out to the people who don't believe her, and she would write, bullying and condemning someone for speaking their truth and sharing.
Bruh, it's a long ass message, but I'll read it. She said, bullying and condemning somebody for speaking their truth and sharing their personal human experience is never acceptable. We must remember that even if the person involved is someone we love, every individual deserves respect and compassion. I'm a woman who deserves to be treated with dignity, and I do not deserve hateful comments or mean words. So y'all on here going on her after she told y'all something happened between her and Tylil. Y'all in here putting the pressure on her like she wrong and shit. Y'all niggas wrong, boy. It's important to understand I have no ulterior motives. I'm not seeking clout or attention. That's what Flacco said. Like, she ain't doing this shit for no clout. She probably bigger than Tylil. She's sharing her experience, which is deeply personal and traumatic. In this moment, I ask for grace and understanding, not just for myself, but all survivors. Damn, Tylil, bro, she calling your ass Diddy. By speaking out, I hope to raise awareness, encourage others to consider the impact of their words, and actually let us work to create an environment to feel safe and respected, where the truth is met with compassion rather than condemnation.
Grace and she would write out together to create a supportive environment where everyone can feel safe.
Crazy, bro.
She would continue and she would write, I would not be bullied. I'm standing up for myself and for every woman that has been assaulted. Protect women. Damn. The first thing that kept playing in the back of my mind when
she going on a rant. I don't think she lying, folks. She going on a rant, boy. Nah, dog did that shit.
First heard about the situation was the situation with Tylil's sister. When I first heard Jourdin Pauline accuse Tylil of doing this, I just kept on playing back what Tylil's sister did in front of everybody to see. The actor from Power, Michael Rainey Jr., he came on Tylil's stream, and while he was on stream, Tylil's sister came into the room and began to grab on his junk. Like, she literally began to squeeze it, like trying to seduce him in his ear. Like, everybody is watching this and he looks completely uncomfortable.
Has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Hey, little freaky ass, boy.
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can party with us. Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water? Nah, we good, bro.
Yeah, paper towels for them.
Paper towels.
Shut the f*** up.
Tell you later, damn. His man saying that shit and all that shit. He told me we'll tell you later and shit, bro. Get your little freaky ass sister out of here, bro. Bro, we don't get your sister out this room full of nigga shit and this bitch all on dog meat.
Just SA. Her doing that for the world to see, in front of everybody to see, not giving a damn, not caring, that tells me that she thinks that behavior is acceptable. Because obviously, if she thought that she was doing anything wrong, anything criminal, anything morally wrong, she wouldn't have done it in front of everybody to see. She did it because in her mind, what she was doing was not a crime. It was not wrong. It was okay. And it was content and entertaining. And if that's her mindset, then that tells me, okay, what's going on in that household? What took place to where she believes that her behavior is acceptable? Now, it's one thing if she's doing the action and she knows the action is wrong, but she's still doing it. Perpetrator, criminal, nasty human being. She's still all of that, but she's also somebody who don't quite understand what she's doing is wrong. To me, like, that shows there's an issue with how she was raised there. Now, Tylil coming from the same home and also having accusations of his own, to me, is more than just a coincidence. Even Tylil's response to this situation, to me, was disappointing. His initial response, he ain't really chastised his sister. He didn't really condemn her. He ain't really provide any type of concrete resolution. He just kind of spoke about how he was pissed that they walked off and he didn't really like that.
Word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this, but I'm getting texts. The energy shifted and just got up and left. Like, all that really made me, like, all those side of really made me feel away. Because one, when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all was spamming it. That really got me really feeling away, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual. No homo, like nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so, like, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. I'm gonna just check and tell her, like, you don't gotta be on it.
If niggas would have said in the beginning he talking about his sister, because I'm like, what he talking about? Is he talking about this situation? He talking about his sister situation on grabbing on Michael Rainey Jr. and shit, bro. But pull back a couple seconds.
That's my sister, so, like, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. I'm gonna just check and tell her, like, you don't gotta be on it. We all the same, we all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I got people telling me, you gotta be aware who you have around when these type of people come. Why should I? We all equal. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be, we all got a mutual agreement, and it's about respect. Shit got me dumb mad, bro. Like, I'm real shit. Nothing ever got me more mad than this, bro.
In all the way make an excuse for her, because he did say, like, what she did made him mad, but I guess people wanted him to go a little further. Now, when Michael Rainey responded back to the accusation, it made it perfectly clear he didn't like what was going on, and there was even rumors that he was actually going to sue. That kind of made Tylil tap into his PR bag and release a full statement condemning his sister completely. Damn. Michael Rainey took to Instagram and he says, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and didn't fully know how the process will happen tonight. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I will be in serious trouble.
Bro, like he said, a weak-ass PR statement. This is an unfortunate situation that I don't condone in any way and I can't take lightly. I'll be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Man, if you felt like that when was grabbing on your junk, nigga, you would have said something. You'd be like, hold on, no, I don't fuck with that. You would have been like, this is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. You wouldn't have been sitting there talking some giggling and shit, doing all that little funny ass shit, and then go on the internet and talking about suing her and talking about you don't condone this and all this other shit. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. Now, why the fuck you ain't say that shit when she was touching your shit? Did boy, that shit weak as hell. Nigga, don't act. That shit pissed me off, bro. If he sued her ass, I don't think he did, because that shit definitely had to disappear. But why the fuck is you on the internet talking about how you don't fuck with it, but in real life you was fucking with it? That's all I'm saying.
Roles were reversed. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human, and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should respect ourselves. Tylil responded, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken back by what she done. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of... That right there was actually Tylil's first viral stream. So even with this situation, it's kind of like, bro, this has been a recurring thing for you. If this situation is even remotely true, if there's even a shred, an ounce of truthness to what Jourdin Pauline says, I don't see Tylil bouncing back from this, bro. I see Twitch coming down and taking swift actions against them. It's going to be really dark. Now, other famous streamers or other popular streamers on Twitch, they're reacting to this. And I'll be real, I haven't really seen anybody come out to the defense of Tylil. I think I've seen Asmongold. He reacted to this on stream.
Damn.
And he believes that Tylil is 100% guilty.
I already know. If you already
Hold on,
know,
man.
y'all can...
If you got Asmongold reacting to your shit, bro, you on the radar. This fool Asmongold dropped videos and have 1 million views in 30 minutes. They know you right now. If they didn't know you before, they know you now. Because this fool right here, you don't want to get on his radar. Man, he start... I ain't even gonna get into it, but this fool will start a video talking, damn, the volume of the video was halfway the whole time. You know what? I'm gonna leave it half and I'm gonna turn it up in post-production. But yeah, don't get on that nigga radar.
Say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it on my
Is everybody? Oh no!
mouth because
this is what happens. Like it happens to other girls too. We all know this, but some people on Twitter forget that I'm actually the most pro-female and most feminist streamer out there. And the truth is that whenever I hear a woman that hates men, generally if you listen to her about why, it makes sense.
Asmongold already has accusations of not really liking the WL community, not really rocking with Kai Cenat or Tylil or others or DDG. But you do have to give him some credit for having a really large community that encompasses a lot of different other communities. And when he is taking a stance of, she's telling the truth, I believe her, he did it, bruh, your name has essentially hit the dirt. Like, your name is now synonymous with these things. And, he very well may be innocent. We'll wait for him to respond back. But you can't keep having these accusations attached to your name, man, which is why, I work so hard. Whenever somebody even play around with that around me, bro, bro, we come with the internet and we crash, bro. With Tylil, bro, right? Bro, you not responding back fast enough. Now the accusations that made his way to other parts of the internet, man, and now they just look at you as a creep and a weirdo.
It does. It makes sense. Like, yeah, I could see that. Sure, I can see why you'd feel that way. A lot of guys, you know, it's like this is a guy, like, a lot of these things, like, you know, especially like music, it's young guys that get a lot of power and money, and a lot of young guys don't know how to handle that because they're assholes, they weren't raised right, or whatever else, and so they act like and they do horrible things. And what ends up happening is that after they do something really bad to one of these girls, what they do is that in order to basically do damage control, they ostracize this girl from the entire group and from the entire community. There's a big problem that we have on the internet where, because there are some women who lie about experiences they've had with men, like, for example, like that DoorDash girl. Like, that DoorDash girl really does a tremendous disservice to every other woman out there whenever she's talking about being sexually assaulted when she recorded a man without his consent and posted it on the internet, again without his consent, while he was naked. And so that, like, somebody sees that story.
The girl that she had to go deliver food, and when she got there, the dude door was wide open. He was naked on the couch sleep, but she pulled her phone out and started recording him, and then posted it on the internet and played the victim card like, I was sexually assaulted, like. Whatever.
And it starts to train the public into believing that, oh, well, these things are lies or they're not true. But I'm not saying that they're always true. I'm not saying that they're always not true. You should look at the facts and the evidence surrounding it.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Jasmine Gold is correct. When it comes to streaming, we don't often attach the same power dynamics in the streaming world that we do to, let's say, acting and music. But there are still power brokers in the streaming world. There are still content houses, there are still certain streamers that wield and deal a lot of power, but it's not as easily identifiable as the acting industry or as entertainment, right? In acting is transactional, is direct. Hey, you sleep with me, I'll give you this gig. Hey, you turn a blind eye to me SAing you when you was blacked out drunk, I'll make sure you get this role on this TV series, on this hit TV show. With streaming, is not really as direct. Right? There are people who control relationships, who got collabs. There are content houses, certain people, and they have a lot of power in this. And they can kind of make or break your streaming career, to be honest. Because streaming, right, there's really no gatekeepers in streaming. You can turn on a computer and start streaming to 0 people. People believe that there's no power. No. The dynamics here exist. And her expressing some type of fear or anxiety that she will get blackballed and ostracized and thrown out the industry and won't be able to do any more collabs if she come forward against Tylil is very real. Like she said, when this situation here happened and she confronted Tylil, she was receiving threats of being blackmailed and blackballed from the industry.
Damn.
And I think for the most part, that's wrong. That's not cool. Now, it'll be interesting to see, though, how other people in this community react to the situation. Because if they come out and they say, hey, I'm not really trying to collab with her. I just don't want to also be accused of anything, bro. I don't know what happened with her and Tylil. I just don't want to be involved.
They blackballing her.
Tylil don't even have to make that call. But if those people, if that's how they react, and let's say DDG or Deshae and others say, yeah, I'm not really trying to collab with you, bro. That situation is just too messy. I don't know if you're lying or telling the truth. I don't want to also be accused of anything. I'm just not going to do it. Tylil don't even have to make that call. If other streamers refuse to do streams with her, it's still going to validate her concerns and accusations, and people will automatically assign that to Tylil.
Man, we're going to do her a disservice or a service, and we're going to take her word for her when she says she going to stop streaming, she done. So it shouldn't be no collabs with nobody. We should say that. She shouldn't be collabing with a fucking soul because she hate men now. So she wouldn't do a man collab with DDG or nobody because she done with streaming and she hate men. So why would it be a stream with a man? We're going to skip this convo.
Automatically accused Tylil of making those calls behind the scenes and blackballing her.
No wonder a Diddy joke struck a nerve. When a person does something problematic like this, what you should do is you should look at the pattern of behavior. And I think this is really important to think about. And this is just, it's just basic critical thinking, right? Is that if somebody has a pattern of behavior that is repeatedly problematic, then the probability is that they're probably doing something bad again. So this is the same guy. I'm going to just preemptively turn it down.
Like, what the fuck? Look at Kai had to stop him.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Why Kai
I'll
had
tell
to
you
stop
that.
him? Damn, they posting this shit online 10 hours ago. Who gonna tell Tylil he can't do that to a woman? Boy, they finding your old videos, folks.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. That's real weird. So this is the same dude. This is the same guy. Who's gonna tell Tylil he can't do that to women? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another girl.
The internet is forever, man. And I hope Deshae Frost is watching this too, bruh. Because Deshae, now you see why you can't really do no girl content like that, bruh. All that super thirsty, super fiend out girls is gonna come back and backfire, bruh. Because when you get accused of something, you have damn near a stockpile of nothing but clips of you kind of teetering across that line from scaring the hoes to you on some weird stuff.
Damn
That's it.
facts.
Now, that particular clip, man, I'm not defending Tylil at all because you guys already watched I'm not defending him at all. But that particular clip to me isn't evidence that Tylil will grape somebody. It's evidence that maybe he's a little overzealous, right? You know, he has scaring off the hose energy. But is that evidence? Is dancing aggressively to me evidence 100% that Tylil will grape somebody? No. Is Jourdin Pauline's account of what happened some damning evidence that Tylil would do? Yes.
All right.
Because her story is believable. She don't really have any clear-cut reason to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all gotta really watch what y'all do on this internet, man. This stuff lasts forever.
That's why I said pattern of behavior. I might be spitballing, but can that be considered SA? But can't that be considered? I mean, like, whether it can be or not in the eyes of the law, like, from a layman's perspective, he is assaulting her and it's of a sexual nature. Why is it that Kai's friends are, 90% of Kai's friends are bad? Well, I mean, he's got, like, Kai has like 10 people in the room and one guy is doing something bad. Now, I think that you're right that Kai, like, I feel bad for Kai because he's had so many instances where he's brought friends on, and you can say that it's his fault and everything, and maybe, and to an extent it is his fault, right? Like, I don't think that it's not his fault at all, but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, it's not him doing that, right? Keep in mind, this is in front of an entire audience, right? So imagine what somebody like this does behind the scenes.
Man.
Very weird behavior.
And if you coming in here looking for any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just see your way out.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful time of the year.
It's Christmas, so I didn't commit sexual assault.
Yeah, right. The fuck, you think that was the reason? What was that? That was a new video? New clip 6 hours ago. Tylil refuses to respond to Jourdin Pauline allegations against him at the Streamer Awards after party. Telling chat to kick it if they looking for drama. Damn, so he still ain't speak on it, bro. You did that shit, bro. Damn, you on stream. I thought he ain't streaming nothing since. You streaming and everything still, bro, and you ain't speak on that shit. Like, that's lying. Like, the fuck is you talking about, nigga? You did that shit, folks. Damn, dog. Your ass did that shit.
For any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just see your way out.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful time of the year.
It's Christmas, so I didn't commit sexual assault. There's a lot of SA Andes.
That Tylil clip, as y'all just saw, was before this. It was before this. He hasn't hopped on stream ever since Jourdin Pauline accused him of doing this. But now you have people using old clips, taking things out of context.
Oh.
Yo, at this point,
okay.
bro,
Okay, that was an old clip. He ain't say nothing about it. He ain't get a chance, so he ain't been on stream ever since. But people taking shit out of context, like you said. All them clips of Deshae mess with them girls and shit. Let one thing bad happen right now, they're gonna pull up every one of them clips like he been like this. He been like this. Damn.
Tylil got to speak soon, or else the jury is gonna make a decision, bro. The verdict of public opinion is gonna come down if he don't speak soon. What I would say, and I made a concerted effort, and and I try really hard. I made a concerted effort, man, not to say Kai Cenat's name. And the reason why I made that effort not to say Kai Cenat's name this entire video, because very often, because Kai Cenat puts certain people on, and this is his crew, his name often get associated or mixed up in a situation when it comes to SA. Now, Tylil is his own man. Tylil will have to deal with this.
Yep.
Now, do I believe if Tylil don't fix this ASAP, the pressure from Kai Cenat to keep his distance is going to be on? I think so. After a while, if you're Kai Cenat, you got to kind of ask yourself like, damn, bro, how much more can I take?
And how much more can you put into him? Because he ain't just his friend. He like his subordinate. He Clover Boys, nigga, he worked for him, or he in his under sub category and shit. I don't even know what to call it and shit. But the Clover Boys, he part of Rakai and Red and all them team. Dez, Punga. So either something gonna have to happen, bro. They gonna have to kick dog out the something gonna have to happen, bro. Like they said, what Castanet gonna do? He gonna have to find a way to distance himself if Tylil don't clean this shit up or something. But you did that shit. I don't know how you gonna clean that shit up.
Stay out of trouble. I got the most to lose, and I'm the most famous, and I still managed to have my one girlfriend stay out of trouble, stay out of the crosshairs. I keep it political. I don't really do too much. I protect my brand great. Should I keep people around who continue to put my brand in jeopardy? You got to have that hard decision, man. All right, but if you're watching this video and you enjoyed this video, man, let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this?
Man, I think that's crazy. I think dog did that shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this shit got deeper than boy, I seen clips, but nigga, this was very informational. And we out.